Hello Trendy gamers, welcome in and welcome back to the channel. You're probably wondering, Aaron, why are you in your airport and why are you looking so stressed? Well, today we have a very special video coming at you. A lot of people are in this debate over order bots, and I'm here to present an alternative as a DropBot. The treasure island that I use, I will link it in the description, and it's super easy. The islands that they have are also themed, so there are some items already on the island, but you can also look through a catalog of different things. There is a look at feature on this one. So let's go ahead and go over to the actual website. So in Discord, there's normally more over here, but I'm using a second account. So when you first come to this treasure island, it will welcome you, and it'll give you a little welcome thing, and then it will actually tell you step by step what you need to do next in the process. So then normally you would go to your set in-game island and name. So making sure that for this specific server, your server profile matches. So it'll be your name, and I've already set mine, so it's not gonna let me, but it'll be your name. So it'd be plus set your character name, the pipe symbol, and then the name of your island. And then it'll tell you that that information has been stored. It reflects what it needs to, and then you're ready to go. So on the island schedules button, it has a list of the dates and the times. Now this is Pacific Daylight Time that they use, so always know that for me, I'm in Central Time, so that's always 2 hours behind me. If you're in a different area, you know, plan accordingly for Pacific Daylight Time if there is a specific island that you want to go to. They do have maps of the islands, except for the newest one, the WoW 2.0 island. They don't have a map for because it's all new 2.0 items. And so if you're curious about the different islands that they have, you know, what's on each island, then they kind of have this cool little map. Seasons has been kind of the one that I've been trying to go to the most, just because it's got Halloween, it's got all the different seasons, and you'll want to look here and see where it says DropBot. Now the islands that are open for those days, if one has a DropBot and the other one doesn't, and you cannot find what you're looking for on that island, definitely check out the one that has the DropBot, and we'll go through that as well. And then of course they have the max spells option, so if that's something that you're also looking for. So this feature here, the item lookup, this is the catalog. So let's say that you're wanting to find a I don't know, we'll go with the fireplace. If you want to just find a fireplace, you'll do period lookup space fireplace, and then it gives you the hex code. Okay, 02E6. Now if you know for a fact that there is a specific customization that you want, you can type in dot item and then put in that hex code 02E6, and then what that will do is that'll bring up all of the color options. Now if you're not sure if that particular item has any customizations, you can still type in dot item and then the hex code, and if there isn't any, it'll tell you, but if there is, it'll bring up a selection, and then from there you'll type in, so let's say we want the white one, then you'll type in dot customize and then E6 space E, not R, and then the number 3. And then that long string of code is what you're going to be using at the DropBot. And then that will actually drop that particular item. So when you're actually, if you have a whole list of what you want, you can only do 7 of them at a time. That's the only limitation. You can only do 7 at a time. Which, you know, if you have a full laundry list of things that you want, then by all means spend half of your day doing the DropBot. But it is so much easier than going to Reese and Cyrus. So yeah, I definitely recommend. It does take a little bit more time to kind of get used to, but once you kind of have that feature down, it's so easy. Another cool feature of this particular treasure island is it does have villager injection, which means if you're just tired of villager hunting and you don't want to really wait in line for an order bot to send you a villager, you can come in here and you can ask the granting villagers. So you have to do the @granting villagers, and then you say, may I request whomever. And then of course, now remember, they're not all bots, they are humans, so it may take them a little while, but then you will get a ping back when that particular villager is ready for you to come and claim them. And then making sure you have to have an empty plot on your island, and then it's just like a regular villager hunt. You go in and you claim the villager, and then you actually say in this chat that you claimed them, you got them, whatever, just so that they can close out that particular ticket. Okay. All right, so let's go and test this out. So this is on my second Switch. So I've been working on a special project on this. So I will... Okay, I'm actually gonna hide the dodo just because I made... So we're gonna hit let's fly, but now we need to go over to this chat and we need to let them know that we're flying in. Okay, because you have to pay attention. See, I made a mistake because there's someone else that's also flying in, so it'll let you know that there's interference. It will tell you that there was interference. So we have to make sure that we wait until this person either says landed, or if they don't respond after a while, you can try again. But yeah, we have to pay special attention to that etiquette, just because there's a lot of traffic at times. So you want to make sure that you're giving that respect to other people. And so Treasure Island etiquette is incredibly important. And so there's only really 2 islands open at a time. And okay, so there you see they just typed in landed. So we will do it again. That was my fault. I did it just for the purposes of this video. I'm normally really patient. So now we're gonna fly over. So we'll show the flyover. And some of these treasure islands are so well put together. Like, they're the ones that I go to, there are hardly ever any lag. Now this one, there might be a little more lag just because there's so many items out, but I really want to show how to use this DropBot. So, utilizing that lookup feature, of course, you know, if you have your list together, there is one extra step. Now you can only put the drop commands in the chat that you're in. So whichever island you're on, it has a DropBot, then you have to utilize that chat in order to put that hex code in there. And a lot of times, the reason this etiquette is so important is because if someone tries to fly in, like while you're using the DropBot, it can actually interfere with the items. So it will actually, sometimes it will negate the actual drop, and you'll have to do it again. And it could actually halt the DropBot entirely just because there's so many commands going on at one time. So this is a really cool island. I really like this island. I try to visit this one as much as I can. I think this was, yeah. And it's so cool. I mean, even the maps are awesome. So this is normally where the DropBot is at. So now going back to the desktop here. If you remember what we did in item lookup, if you remember this code, where'd it go? So if you remember this code here, so we're gonna copy that code. And then in here, we're gonna put .drop, and we're gonna paste it. Okay. So now what's really cool is we'll go back here, and then if we hit enter, you'll see that she's starting to think. And you can do up to 7. And see, there's the fireplace in the customization that we ordered. And yeah, then you can also just kind of, if you want to just look around the island, you're more, you do that too. I mean, there's items that are out